Hello students, I welcome you all in the virtual class of E.V.S. I hope your studies are going well. Today we are going to study a new lesson, that is lesson 16, and the lesson name is Travel and Communicate. Now children, before starting the chapter, I request you all to open your E.V.S book and also pay attention during explanation. So students, now let's start the chapter. Students, travel means to go from one place to another. People travel to visit different places. We travel to go to school, office, to visit our friends and family, and for a holiday also. We travel to see new places. We travel to visit holy places. Students, do you know, thousands of years ago, people would walk from one place to another. It took them very long time to travel. Traveling to far off places was very difficult. Later, they learned to ride animals. They also carried things on those animals. Then the wheel was invented. The wheel is often described as the most important invention of all time. After the invention of the wheel, traveling became easier. Now, people can reach far off places quickly. Students, we use different types of vehicles to travel. Some of the vehicles move on land, some on water, and some in the air. Some vehicles have engines and need fuel to move. Students, petrol, diesel, and CNG are some fuels. Vehicles which have engines move faster than the vehicles that do not have engines. Students, the vehicles which are used for taking people, animals, and goods from one place to another are called the means of transport. Students, there are three types of transport: land transport, water transport, and air transport. Now, let's know about them one by one. First is land transport. Students, land transport is the movement or transport of people, animals, or goods from one location to another location on land. The two main forms of land transport can be considered to be rail transport and road transport. Students, road transport means transportation of goods and person from one place to another on land. Some vehicles like bullock cart and cycle do not have engines. They do not need fuel and do not make the air dirty. Students, we should try to use them more often. We should walk or cycle to nearby places. This saves fuel. Students, some examples of road transport are car, auto rickshaw, scooter, cycle, cycle rickshaw, truck, bus, motorcycle, etc. Now, let us know about rail transport. Students, rail transport is also known as train transport. Students, do you know a train moves on tracks that are laid on land? A train has an engine and many coaches in which people sit. We travel by train to go to places that are far from our city or village. Students, trains take us to different places that are in different parts of the country. Students, train carry people and goods. Let us know about different types of train. Passenger train. Students, trains that carry people are called passenger train. Goods train. The train that carry only goods are called goods train. Metro. Metros are trains that move on tracks inside the same city. They also move underground. Students, now let us know about water transport. Students, vehicles that move on water are called water transport. Students, we can cross rivers, lakes, oceans and seas using water transport. Ships, boats, steamers, motorboats are means of water transport and they are used for transporting both people and goods. Now, let us know about air transport. Aeroplanes and helicopter are means of air transport. And do you know, air transport is the fastest way to travel from one place to another. And it is the most expensive mode of transport. Air transport is used to travel to far off places and countries. Students, aeroplanes carry both passengers and goods. Students, we use different kinds of transport depending on the distance we have to travel, the time we have, or the money we want to spend. Students, now let us know about communication. Students, we communicate with others to give or receive information. We can do this by speaking, writing, or using signs and symbols, and they are called means of communication. Some means of personal communication are letters, postcards, greeting cards, and telephone. Students, we send letters, postcards, and greeting cards to our family and friends by posting them in a letter box. Students, nowadays modern means of communication such as mobile phones and emails are used. And we can stay in touch with our family, friends, and people we know by communicating with them. We must always be polite while communicating. And students, do you know who invented the telephone? The telephone was invented by Alexander Graham Bell. Students, now let us know about different means of communication. Telephones and mobile phones. Students, with the help of telephones and mobile phones, we can call or message people and they are the fastest means of communication. Fax machine. Students, with the help of fax machines, we can send and receive a copy of documents. Computers. We can connect with people anywhere in the world using the internet on computers. Newspaper. Newspaper tell us what is happening in the country and around the world. And students, do you know, they are the cheapest means of communication. Radio. The radio is the most common means of communication. People who are unable to read can listen to the news on the radio. Television. Students, we can see and hear what is happening in our country and around the world on a television. Students, now let us know how to mail a letter. First of all, a letter is dropped into the nearby letter box. Then, a postman collects all the letters from the letter box and takes them to the post office. Then, at the post office, the letters are sorted, packed in different mail bags according to the cities and then sent to the receiver's address. And finally, the letter is delivered by the postman on duty for the area. Students, now it's time for an activity. Today, we are going to make a paper plane. First of all, fold a sheet of paper lengthwise and then open it. Then, fold the top two corners to meet at the center line. Then, fold the new angled edge into the center. After that, fold along the center line to hide all folds. Then flip the paper over and fold the corners to meet at the center crease. Now fold the wings down on both sides so that they make a straight line from the tip of the plane. So students, your paper plane is ready for flight. Students, I hope you enjoyed this chapter. Students, that's all for today. I hope you all have understood this chapter properly. Revise it from your book. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.